Broncos country, what's going on? Devaughn Vele continues to make plays. We're going to open up with his highlight reel catch, which is awesome. Talk a little bit more about some news of the day. And Uwazurike is also making great early impressions with him returning to the team from his gambling suspension over the last year. A lot of good news, and going to show you guys something that I got in the mail recently. So let's go ahead and get started. Courtesy of Anthony Guyan. Hopefully, I'm pronouncing your name correctly, but look at this catch from Devaughn Vele, man. Everybody's hyping him up today, being part of the 53. Pass courtesy of Jarrett Stidham. Look at this one-handed catch. Looks like OBJ out there. That was phenomenal. Now, nice little blitz here. Timed blitz from, I can't tell who that is. It looks like they got to Stidham a little bit. Like that probably would have been a side, but who cares? Who cares? That has nothing to do with the catch Vele makes. Man, right on PJ Locke. I'm loving the Devaughn Vele hype. I can't wait to see how all the rookies perform on Sunday against the Colts. I'll be doing a game preview probably on Saturday of what I'm looking for, what I'm looking forward to seeing, and all that. So, want to open up with the Devaughn Vele hype. Continuing on, Greg Dulcich still remaining healthy. Joe Lombardi, on the staff, saying Bo Nix comfort level has increased since training camp started. He's just getting more comfortable. Absolutely. And I think we see that. Jake Goetz, who's been at camp a lot, set another touchdown from Stidham to Marvin Mims. It's nice to see Marvin Mims out there making some plays as well. And then another rookie, again, guys, that we've talked a lot about this week, really kind of seems like he's turning the corner when you're looking at a lot of the positives said about him over this week, and that's Chris Abrams-Drain. Vance Joseph said Chris Abrams-Drain has made plays in training camp and is playing well. Can't wait to see what he does against the Colts. Now, this is what I'm very excited about. Uwazurike not looking rusty, according to Henry Chisholm. Great reps against Quinn Meinerz and Alex Forsyth in one-on-ones today. And Mile High Report chiming in saying, good news. Yes, if he can contribute right away, that adds some size and some depth. And yes, he's one of our largest guys on the defensive line, if not the largest. So the fact that he's back moving well already early on, that's great. I wonder if he's going to play on Sunday against the Colts. Maybe they wait to put him into game action until week 2. That's going to be something that I'm definitely going to be trying to pay attention to on Sunday. Yeah, be sure to go follow Anthony. He's been giving us all the great highlights on Twitter. And it was nice to see Blake Watson get some positive reporting. Highlight of second 11-on-11 period, high red zone. Bo Nix hits Blake Watson sneaking out left side for a 25-yard touchdown, busted coverage. So that's great to see Blake Watson making some plays. He's another guy that hopefully we can see him make some plays on Sunday as well. And Jaleel McLaughlin, man, look at this. Gets that pitch and then a little cutback. Everybody missed it, man. He's gone. Just watch that again if you're having trouble finding him. Right over here. You'll see Mims is in motion. Whole defense, just like Cameron Parker, friend of the show, said. That's great to see. Again, I'm very excited about our young wide receiver room and our young running back room. So it was also great to see Zach Wilson having, I think he's had a better week this week, just from what I've read, with what I've listened to, with people being able to be at training camp. It's really nice to see him having some more success. And again, I'm very interested to see how he performs on Sunday as well. But he had 3 touchdowns during the 7-on-7. So hit Tim Patrick, Javonte Williams, and Brandon Johnson for touchdowns. Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix didn't have a touchdown in that same period earlier today. Jake Goetz, who's also there, saying our first team defensive line is destroying our first team line. Browning is going off today. And I don't really see this as bad news for the offensive line. I still feel like we have an above average line. Maybe even, kind of fringe top 10. We'll see kind of what happens at the center position, how we fill in for Lloyd Cushenberry. But I'm still feeling like we got a good group. I don't think we have a bad offensive line, right? I think we have an above average one. And to see our defensive line, who had struggled immensely at certain periods last year, have some success, I like to hear that. So Andrew Mason's calling that Vele catch the best catch at camp. Hard to disagree from what I've seen. Again, let's take another look at that. Oh man, just beautiful, just beautiful. And I do think you guys have said this in the comments as well. I do think Vele's a lock to make that 53. Again, I just don't see you drafting a 24-year-old wide receiver in the 7th round if you don't have plans to put him on the active roster. That's just me. So, yeah, Uwazurike with a sack of Zach Wilson earlier today. Henry Chisholm saying Uwazurike does not look rusty. Great reps against Quinn Meinerz. Oh yeah, I already read that. So, anyways, that is kind of all I've seen a little bit from training camp today in terms of the reports, but kind of have an idea of what positions are doing well. Seems like the secondary is still a big question mark, especially with the injuries. And I feel like I cursed Caden Stearns. I wish him luck with the Carolina Panthers, and sad to see that he did not pass his physical. So back on waivers / free agency. Hopefully he can land with another team and get the recovery that he needs. I want to see him continue his career, no doubt. But Brandon Jones is still out. Levi Wallace is still out. I would say that that's a big question mark. We'll see how the inside linebacker position next to Alex Singleton kind of fares so far. That's kind of been one of those positions that haven't really heard too much about. There's a lot to pay attention to, especially with a rookie quarterback, but seeing how guys like Cody Barton perform on Sunday is going to be a lot of fun as well. So I did want to share this. Franklin shared in the comments yesterday in our video that he got his blue Bo Nix jersey, and I got mine in the mail a little while ago. I got the orange, and I gotta say, guys, I think that these jerseys they're definitely more like they look better, to wear as a fan rather than that orange piece on the side that we always had, or that stripe. It always made things look kind of weird. But the mile markers, they're not super noticeable. I feel like they're just a nice little touch. Of course, the Broncos country right here on the collar, I think, is a nice little touch. I wouldn't have minded that, like on the outside somewhere, but and then this mile marker is really cool. But my thing is, hey, I haven't gotten any of these quarterback jerseys since Peyton Manning retired. Maybe I can help buck the trend by just going against that, saying, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and get jersey. And hopefully that's a good omen for the success of Bo Nix. So y'all let me know your thoughts in the comments. Really appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to like. Let me know your thoughts. As always, subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, y'all, go Broncos.